what's going on, everybody? Sorry for the echoey audio. Hopefully I can get a little mic to add on to this and have it be a little bit better. But how's everyone doing? Hope you guys are doing fucking amazing. I know, I'm doing a video. That's crazy, right? Unheard of, uncanny. I have had a request for some time, actually, now, to do kind of an overview on my audio setup. So I figured I'd actually pull my head out of my ass and actually go ahead and get that rolling. I figured, I don't know, do you guys want kind of a basic overview, a good in-depth overview? I figured I'd go over kind of how I have my audio set up, kind of go over like my mixer, the mic I use, how everything's set up, maybe how OBS is set up and how I have the audio and stuff, settings and all that fun stuff. So yeah, I guess let's hop into it. Oh, I don't really have a cool intro to do. Okay, so as you can see, we are looking at my desk here. Pay no attention to all the dirtiness I need to clean up. Oh, hey, there's me in the OBS stuff, which we'll get to here in a second. But yeah, pay no mind to just blur. I really hope I was not lazy enough to just skip over that and actually put a blur effect in there. Editing Charles, I swear to God, if you fucking gloss over that. Anyway, here's the mic I use. Again, this is all dirty from me yelling and screaming at it. I'm gonna have to clean that. I almost think Charles' words. The mic I use is the Rode NT1, not the 1A, not the 2A. It's NT2A, NTA. No, it's the Rode NTA 1 and the NTA. I don't know. I'll have a link down in the description if you guys want to check it out. This is the mic I use. I really like it. It's a condenser mic, so it does take phantom power. There's two main types of two different types of mics. There's like condenser mics, and then there's dynamic mics. There's also ribbon mics and some other fun stuff. But the two main ones are condenser and dynamic. Condenser takes phantom power, which is 48 volts of extra juice to power the diaphragm that's in here. Yeah, diaphragm, kind of like what's in your stomach, something that can move and stuff that uses air for vibration. Dynamic doesn't require any extra power. It's entirely powered just by your air, which is why they're more suitable for live performances and in something that's not super acoustically treated. What are you doing? He's fucking adorable. Felix, you want to say hi? I don't know what I'd do without him. Anyway, honestly, we have no sound treating in here. It'd probably be better to have a dynamic mic, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Aside from all this audio is gonna sound like garbage. But how do you guys feel about like the stream audio, the video audio? I feel with like the settings and stuff I have, I feel I got it pretty good. It could be better, but I feel it's pretty decent all around. It's kind of why I'm making the damn video. But yeah, so this is a condenser mic. This mic has a really low noise floor, which is really cool. Sorry, Felix is going buck wild over there. Which means just having with phantom power on, plugged in, and having just ambient noise, you don't really hear a whole lot of like the hiss and crackle and stuff. So like the noise floor is like really low, so you don't just hear that ambient, like, that's my attempt at white noise. Um, so that's why I really like this. Rode's audio interface, the AI one, actually also has a really low noise floor, so when you plug those and connect those together, um, it's not like a miracle by any means, but it's really cool the way they've tuned that and whatnot. Um, this mic comes with this little kit, the shock mount, so that way if I like bump the boom arm or like hit my desk, it'll like absorb it so that way you don't hear it. If you like smack the fuck out of it, it's gonna transition to the audio, but it helps reduce it a little bit. This it's pretty decent, pretty decent shock mount. Pop filter comes included as well. This whole little kit is about like $300, give or take. Again, I'll have links for everything down in the right down there. You see down there, little right. Nope. Keep going. One more. Yep, there. Fucking mint. And I just have a Rode. I have it attached to a good old Rode boom arm. Oh, my fucking ADHD is getting ahead of me. Pop filter is good for concealing, like, not concealing, helping to negate the effects of plosives. So like your P's and your T's, your that's like a burst of air, and just having that burst of air hit the diaphragm really blows out your audio. So having a pop filter to help mitigate that is really good. A windscreen, like if you ever see people with mics with like a, not really a sock, but it's like a little foam ball on it. A windscreen or wind shear to help, like, just if you're really breathy, to really help cut back on that. If you can get a wind shear, windscreen, and a pop filter, like, and like combine those, you'll be in good hands. Okay, if we follow this good old XLR cable. Oh, also, this is an XLR mic. A lot of people recommend like a Blue Yeti, which is USB powered, unless you get like the Blue Yeti Pro, which is also XLR. XLR is, if I have a free cable, I guess we can hop on over here to this extra mic. Nope, right there. Come on, you fuckhead. Oh. As you can see, XLR is like a 3-pin connector. Focus, yep, 3 pins. With stuff like USB, hang on. In a momento. It's gonna bug me if I don't. It's gonna bug me if I don't plug it in. There we go. Ta-da. With USB, it is plug and play. It's really nice. You plug it in, you're good to go. Everything's hunky dory. But you don't really have as much control. With XLR being like an analog, with it being an analog connection, you just have a lot more control over it. And if you get like an audio interface and can actually hook up like XLR mics, you can have like an audio interface and be able to upgrade to better mics that would suit your voice maybe better down the road. With USB, you pretty much just have to replace the whole thing, and they only go up so far. XLR mics, like, you can get anything that's like $100 all the way up to fucking like $10,000 mics. So I don't know, I think they're just have a lot more range of stuff you can do with them. Again, if you're just starting out or just want the simplistic USB mic, if it works for you, it works for you. Okay, so we're gonna move this guy. Beep. Follow this good old XLR cable. I'm sorry if my fucking mind's all over the place. I'm fucking scatterbrained 24/7. This guy is going into this mixer, which is the Yamaha MG12XU. Again, it's all dusty. I'm gonna have to fucking clean this shit. This is a 12-channel mixer, which means it supports 12 different inputs. So you have your mic inputs up here, which also double as instrument combo jacks. So you can see this is what like a normal XLR port will look like, just the 3 pins. But the middle of these are kind of hollowed out and open so they can support 1/4-inch plugs for like bass and guitar and other stuff like that. Right here on this mixer, it's pretty cool. Well, I guess I said 12 channels, so you get these, and then you can have like different 1/4-inch plug threads. You can either pair these up and have these run in stereo, so like a left and right channel, or you can have these be individual mono tracks. So you wouldn't have left and right, they would just be one single track feeding to both ears. I'm sorry, my thought process is fucking doing this. But yeah, we'll cover over here more, I guess, in a minute. The reason I got this one instead of just like the more reasonably priced 10 channel one, is because this one has 4 compressors for the mics. So you can, what a compressor does, is it kind of does what it says. It compresses stuff, but it doesn't just like make everything like squished in. It makes the dynamic range compressed. So it makes your highs not as high, and it brings your lows not, well, I guess quiets. Makes your stuff not as quiet. It compresses the dynamic range. So instead of like your quietest bit being like down here and your highest bit being up here, it makes it so like your quiet is right here and your loud's like right here. It really helps, like, so if you're whispering, people can hear you. And then if you yell, it won't like blow out your fucking eardrums. Which is really nice. I wanted 4, so if I did like a podcast or had like other people to mic up, I could toss them all in compressors and stuff, and it'd be really nice. Analog compressors are nice because you can actually tune the dial and get it just how you want. We've come far enough where software compressors are pretty decent, so getting this is probably not needed. But you guys know me. I love nice hardware, so... oh, and also this comes with effects, which is another reason why I got it. Again, we'll get to this side in a minute. So yeah, it comes with 4 compressors. Here's your gain. Gain, a lot of people will be like, oh, that's like your volume, right? Kinda, not really, sort of. So if you're talking really quiet, you need to like, I guess not just talking quiet, but when you're talking to a mic, you need to adjust your gain, so that way you can actually get to a normal level. I actually have this turned on right now. If you can see, this is going up and down. If I can drag this over. Okay, so I'm currently talking into this mic right now, like right in front of it. You can see it like bounce up and down. What you ideally want to do is, you can see it dipping into the orange right there. You want it to be in the orange. That's kind of where you want it to be. Orange is like good talking volume. And then when you get to the red, that means you're peaking, which is you're going above like normal sound levels, which is really bad and you sound kind of distorted. We can I'll try and demonstrate that later in the video. But so yeah, gain is what you want to adjust. If people can't hear you, if you're talking quiet, you want to adjust this to where your normal average talking volume gets into that yellow-orange area. And I'll show you that in OBS and how to do that and all that. Compressors, yeah, makes the dynamic range, so it's like beep. Phantom power is for the condenser mic. Dynamic mics don't need it, condensers do, which is really nice. If we hop back up to here, these have pads, so if you're like miking up instruments or you really talk extremely fucking loud, this has a 26 dB pad, decibel pad. So if your sound source is extremely loud, you can pop this on and it'll actually reduce your sound source by 26 decibels. So if you're miking like a snare drum or a bass drum or something, and it's just really fucking loud, and you have your gain turned all the way to fucking this plus 20, all the way down, and it's still like peaking or too loud, you can toss that on and you can see it goes to -6. So that's pretty nice if you're ever dealing with super loud stuff. Human voices, I don't think should ever get like that unless you're fucking recording someone screaming in opera, but I mean, I don't know. I'm not a fucking, I'm not a scientific sound engineer. I'm just doing this for fucking Twitch and YouTube. This is kind of the part that really intimidates people. They see like all these knobs, they're like, oh my god. Once you actually know what all these do, it's really not that bad. This is your high, your mid, and your lows. This is kind of like an EQ. If ever anybody's like, oh yeah, dude, fucking, I got this cool EQ on my phone that really pumps up the bass in this one song, and I don't know what the fucking type of conversation you guys are having. Bear with me here. This is what you can use to adjust those frequencies, because every sound is on a frequency. You have your lows, which is like your bass, your big old like do do do, like the stuff you can feel in your chest, like whenever somebody cranks up, it's like do 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 do. So your bass is like down here, and then across the line, there's your mids, which is kind of like normal talking stuff. Normal shit's kind of in there. And then you have your high or your treble, which is like the really high pitched, uh, maybe like a hi hat or fucking crash or something, or somebody's like really talking stupid, it's squeaky. I don't know. This is what you can use to adjust those. If you wanted your bass to be a little bit more, a little more boomy, a little more punchy, a little more pronounced, you can turn this up, and you'll, if you're talking, a lot of podcast channels like to do it to have more like a bass presence, kind of like that low rumble, like, oh, this is afternoon radio, or I don't know, fucking listen to Howard Stern or some shit. I don't watch talk shows, okay? I'm some weird loser that makes videos in his fucking other room of his house. But this is what these do. These adjust those frequencies. This is kind of like an EQ. You can adjust it so that way, you can tune it to your voice, that way it sounds a little bit better. If you get a new mic, or you get a new mixer and it doesn't sound good, try messing with some of the EQ. Maybe your highs are a little too sharp and it's really piercing to your ear, or maybe you want a little bit more bass, or maybe your treble's a little bit lacking. You want to have kind of like something to fill that little midsection. This is what you'd use it with. This is what you'd adjust and get something to have your voice sound really nice. You can buy a nice mixer and a nice mic, and maybe the mic just won't sound good for you. But EQ can actually really, really help with that. And if we come on down, this is like auxiliary stuff, so you can adjust like volume for like auxiliary. If you notice, this actually also, this auxiliary 2 doubles as a FX knob, so you can adjust the effects for that. Auxiliary, if we come over to here, here's auxiliary ports. So if you had like a record player, or you hooked up your phone to like a 1/4-inch plug, or if you had anything else that you wanted to play through these, and you wanted to play through one of these channels, you would crank the auxiliary up and be like, okay, I'm going to play auxiliary run through this channel and have it, filter through and whatnot. Excuse me, I burped. The effects is really cool. If we come over here, it's all dusty, but hopefully you can see through that. There's different effects, like a wah-wah effect, the pitch shift, which is my favorite one, by the way. You can choose through here. You can select which one you want to do. Click that to select it. And then the parameter, if you want it to be more or less, like for the pitch, minimum is like to pitch really low. If you crank it all the way up, then it's like really high pitch and whatnot. So this will like adjust the parameters or settings, if you want to call it that. So yeah, you can use the effects knob to adjust the level of effects and amount of effects that's applied to the channel that's coming through. And all these are like lined up. So this, if I can move my hand so you guys can see, this is all for this channel up here, channel 1, channel 2 has all these, and so on and so forth. So they're all lined up to go with one channel, one row at a time. Here's your faders. This is kind of what is more like the volume and whatnot, I guess you could say. You don't want to fuck with faders to like adjust your volume. Faders are more for adjusting fine-tuned like live scenario stuff. You want your gain. You always want to adjust your gain to get perfect how you want it. And then in your mix, again, if you had like multiple people, if you had like different instruments lined up, let's say we had 2 mics plugged in, so 2 people are talking. You get the gain adjusted exactly perfect according to them, so that way it's perfect. They're all talking, levels are good. And then you start talking and one guy gets maybe a little excited or something, and the other guy is a little too quiet, What you'd want to do is you'd either want to like bring one guy down a little bit and adjust the other guy, or mix it kind of however would work best for the situation. That's kind of what these are for. If you can notice, these are like different decibel levels, and so you want it to be like zeroed out to start off with, and then make micro adjustments as you need. If you ever see like videos of like producers mixing tracks and stuff, they'll have like bass drum, kick drum, hi-hat, bass line, the melody, like the piano roll and stuff, and these will be like moving and shit, and they'll need to adjust these that way the mix and everything actually sounds good. Nothing's too quiet, nothing's too loud. But this is like for micro adjustments, like if something's just a hair too quiet or too loud. For your main stuff, you want to use the gain to get your levels and stuff correctly. This is just a button for turning the channel on and off. Pretty simplistic. These buttons right here, group 1 and 2, and then your stereo. This mixer, what it does is it takes all your inputs and mixes it down to one single track. What's nice about this is there's 2 outputs technically. The red one, which is stereo, which is going to be your main mix, and then group 1, 2, if you wanted to have like a sub mix that didn't have, you could leave some stuff out, like, okay, I want my mic to go to stereo and group 1. So it goes to both. And then if I have another speaker, I want it to go to stereo. But say I wanted to record group 1 and 2, and I just wanted that to be just my vocals, and not his. So I'd be like, okay, you get stereo, but not group 1 and 2. So that way both of us is going to stereo, and only one of us is going to the second subgroup. And you can adjust it that way and whatnot. I'm just gonna say, I apologize if this is really... Oh my god, Felix, I almost stepped on you. You okay? I almost stepped on the baby. I think he's okay. I'm sorry for the, like, really fucking confusing. You guys don't understand any of this. If it is really confusing, just go ahead and drop a comment or something. I'll try and stay down there for a while and answer any questions you guys might have. But, fingers crossed. Where were we? Oh, so, yeah, that's kind of what this is. Want to send it to, like, stereo and group 1 or 2 and whatnot. PFL is kind of like, if you click that, if you notice this little light blinking for the PFL, that is just to monitor, like, a single channel. When you don't have that plugged in, this is, like, your output for everything mixed. This is the output for the stereo. And if you notice, this is like, you can turn off and on the stereo on the group 1 and stuff and have fun with that. This is the output level for your entire mix. So if whenever all these are lined up, this will be the whole thing. All the sounds coming in, this will show your levels. If you click on the PFL level, it'll show just this channel in this output. I don't have channel 2. I don't have this second channel turned on, so technically nothing's really coming through. Well, I guess it kind of is, because it's showing the sound level even though it's not turned on, but anyway. This monitor level and phones, this is like for headphones. If you had headphones plugged into the headphones up here, adjust the levels for monitoring that. Send master, this is like for auxiliary 1 and 2 to send to straight to your master and whatnot. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Here's a button. Because it's the model it has a USB connection to it. Normally mixers are more for just like analog stuff. You can get mixers with USB, like this guy, that connects via USB. This will allow you to change whether... Stop, fucking battery's telling me it's low. I'm about to charge in between shooting this. You can have either line or USB, so this will come in as either a line in, or you can actually have USB sound feed back in from your computer to this and actually mix it through here. yeah, like I said, it's kind of really all confusing, and I'm probably doing a really shitty job of this. I'm sorry if you guys don't understand. I don't understand, and I'm the one making the fucking video. um, I'm not using this nearly enough to the potential that I should be. If I was smart and decent, what would be nice would be to have a cable coming from my PC into another input, and have that be my system sound, and then have another cable come in and have that be my Discord, and I could adjust all that system sound, Discord sound, all through here. The reason I don't have that is because I would need to buy additional audio cards and put them in my computer, and have like the different line outs coming from those mixing into here, and then send back out to like the stream or the computer, and have my headphones running through this, and then I just didn't want to buy the cables or the extra audio cards, so I'm not really using this nearly enough to the potential I should be. If you guys are going to be starting YouTube or anything, or streaming, do not buy this. Okay, do not buy this. This is completely, I had different uses for it that I still maybe kind of have in the works, possibly, I don't know. Don't buy this if you're going to be creating content and whatnot. This is like overkill for you. And yeah, so. Well, I think that does it for the mixer, so I guess we can, well, is that? I think so. But, yeah, I guess we can hop on over to the computer and hop into OBS and, go over some stuff in there. Hey guys, I lied to you. We are not going to be doing an OBS version settings in this video. Both ended up being 25 minutes long, and I didn't really want to cut anything down. I figured, you know what, I'll just leave them uncut. I'm lazy, sue me. But I might just toss up the OBS stuff as a part 2. So stick around for that. That's going to be coming out. And yeah. Jebaited.